My students, Sai Ram. Today we'll be starting with a new lesson in English, that is The Mouse, lesson number 10 by Hector Munro. This is the part 1 of the lesson. Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn about the traveling experience of a man, and wherein see children, when you go to travel out of station by a train, you meet various people, and also you share your experiences with others. You also some of the people have the habit of writing their travelogues, the traveling experiences. So in the same way, the author here has mentioned about a traveling experience of a man named Theodorix. Okay, and so this is a humorous story wherein you'll find, as we go in detail in the story, that the author the man in the story is very embarrassed with the situation. Just imagine children, when you are traveling by a train and in the train you see a cockroach or a mouse. Yes, what will happen to you? Of course you'll be scared. Yes, so something like that happens with a man in the story. So let's see. Before we start with the story, we'll just have a brief introduction of the author. Hector Hugh Munro, from 1870 to 1916, better known by the pen name Saki, British author and playwright. He was a British author and a playwright. His first book was The Rise of the Russian Empire, released in 1900. So, before we proceed further, let's have a look at the words, new words in the lesson. We'll try to understand the meaning and also frame sentences. So, the first word is coarser. Coarser means rough. Maybe a soil or the rough experiences in life which you get. So, sentence is, the soil for these crops is coarser. Then we have discomfort. Discomfort means absence of comfort or ease. So, he became conscious of a growing discomfort. Next, glided. Glided means to move smoothly. Sentence, the swans glided over the surface of the lake. Right? So, now let's proceed with the lesson. As I already told you that this is a man in the story is traveling by train, and when he is traveling, he gets an experience in the train which is very embarrassing for him, and he has one companion in the train, that was a lady who was fast asleep. So now let's see what he is talking about. Theodoric Wöhler had been brought up from infancy to middle age by a fond mother who had sheltered him from what she called the coarser realities of life. When she died, she left him alone to face the coarse and real life. So, Theodoric Wöhler is a man in the story. He was brought about from his childhood by his mother, who protected him from all the coarser or the rough experiences in life. But now she is dead, and now he is left alone to face all the realities of life. As he settled himself down in a second-class railway compartment one morning, he was conscious of discomfort. The pony carriage which brought him to the station had not arrived on time, and when it did, Theodoric had to harness the pony himself, as the handyman was nowhere to be found. He had to grope about the ill-lighted stable, which smelled strongly of mice. Though Theodoric was not actually afraid of mice, he did think Providence ought to have withdrawn the creatures from circulation. So now, as he is about to travel, he settled down himself in a second-class railway compartment. So, which compartment he is sitting? In the second-class railway compartment. And he was very much aware about the discomfort, that he will not get all kinds of luxuries or comforts in the train. The pony carriage which brought him to the station had not arrived on time. So first experience was that the pony carriage with which he arrived at the station, that also was late. It did not come on time. And when it came to the station also, Theodoric had to harness the pony himself. He himself had to harness the pony. Why? Because the handyman was nowhere to be found. He had to grope about the ill-lighted stable which smelled strongly of mice. So, what was that stable? The smell. It was smelling like the mice. Yes, the and then, though Theodoric was not actually afraid of mice, he did think Providence ought to have withdrawn the creatures from circulation. He was not actually afraid of mice, but then he thought that it is nature who has given them the right to move anywhere, right? So, in this way, further what happens, let's see in this story. Now, as he has come to the station, the train glided out of the station. Now he has already entered into the second class compartment and the train started moving out of the station. Theodoric thought he could still smell the mice and the stable on his clothes. Now he has already got out of the pony carriage, but still he felt that his clothes were smelling of the mice and the stable. Fortunately, the only other occupant of the compartment, a lady of about the same age as himself, seemed asleep. So, like see, when you get into the train, you have to see, you be very careful now that your company should not cause any problem to others. So, as he felt like his clothes were smelling, so when he saw inside, there was one lady companion who was already there in the train. She was fast asleep. So, he felt okay, now she is sleeping. And the train was not due to stop till the terminus was reached, and the train was not about to stop anywhere till it reaches the terminus. So there was no chance of any other companions to be entering in. So the carriage was old-fashioned sort. So as he was aware about the discomfort, the carriage was also of old-fashioned. So that held no communications with the corridor. Therefore, no other travelling companions were likely to intrude on Theodoric's semi-privacy. So, as I told you, the train was not about to stop at any station. So, there was no chance of any other companion to be coming inside the compartment. And so, Theodoric's semi-privacy would not be disturbed in any ways. The train had scarcely attained its normal speed when he became aware of a worm. So now the train has acquired a normal speed and then he feels something warmth inside, creeping movement over his flesh, and he also felt like something is moving on his body. It was a mouse that had evidently dashed into his clothes, and what was that he discovered? Yes, it was a mouse inside his clothes. While he was harnessing the pony in the stables. And where has that mouse come from? While he was harnessing the pony in the stable, the mouse must have entered in his clothes. Furtive stamps and shakes and wildly directed pinches did not dislodge the intruder. So now he started making an attempt, started shaking his body and stamping his feet so that anyhow that mouse comes out of his clothes. But it did not. All his attempts were a failure. He was not able to get rid of that mouse. So in this first part, children, we have seen that the man had already started with his traveling, and wherein he was very aware about the discomfort he'll be facing. The pony carriage also did not reach on time, and he himself had to harness the pony, and on top of it his clothes also started smelling of the stable and the mice. And when he entered into the railway compartment also, he felt after some time, as the train started moving, that something is moving on his body. And what did he discover? That it was a mouse. And doing various attempts also, he was not able to get rid of that mouse. So in the next part, we'll further learn about what did the man did in order to get that mouse out of his clothes. Till then, thank you, children.